everybody. Now it's the middle of March, I can get on with another set of succession seed growing. So we're going to do some more peas, and I'm going to start off some leeks. I'm going to sow a few more of Morton's special secret lettuce mix. So let's start filling up these. I'm going to sow my peas in gutters. Chopped them down to 2 foot length so they're actually easy to handle. So let's start filling them up. Well, here we have some lovely organic compost from the allotment shop, and then we're planting in gutters, so I'm just going to close up the ends of these so that the soil doesn't fall out. I've got 2 proper gutter ends, but that's all I had in stock at the lovely B&Q. So let's pop these off, click click. And one on to the end. Just bought 1 more length of gutter this year, because I'm just going to be sowing while one's still growing. And they're like, I've gone for the flat bottomed so that it doesn't rock when it's on the shelf. And then this one, because I've not got any ends for it, I'm going to use some lovely tape. Amazing what you can fix with gaffer tape. So, let's get some soil in. So gutters are really good for sowing peas in. There's many a YouTube star out there that's recommended it. I think Grow Veg was the first one that I saw. Because as the plants start to grow, their little tendrils grab onto their neighbours. I've sown some in cells last year, and separating them and getting them out easily was very difficult. With these, you just take an end off, get them well watered, and they should just slide straight out. A bit more in there. Just use quite a bit of compost, but hey, that's garden for you. That'll do for now. And one special thing that I have got is these organic sugar magnolia snap pea. Quite a lot of things I've got is purple, so I've got 2 little girls, and just to keep them interested in growing, I thought I'd try and make everything purple. These are just fresh in at Real Seeds, and they've only got like a limited supply, so it's pretty much the same price, but you only get 30 seeds. So I'm only doing 5 every fortnight, so I'm going to just use this as a little miniature version and get cracking. Okay, first thing we want to do is we want to go and put a load of water on this so the compost is nice and moist. And the next thing you want to do with peas is you want to soak your peas before you plant them. So I'm going to put 12 in each of these ones and 5 of the special ones. Let's add some water first. Go with the filtered water so there's a little bit less chlorine in it. So, 5 of the snap pea. And the next one's from Real Seeds, a champion of England. which were like a lost variety that they found a few seeds and brought back to catalogues everywhere. Let's just count that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Perfect. And I have been growing some Monge too, got from B&Q. But last year I saved a few seeds. So the first lot, only 7 out of 12 germinated from these ones, which are another year old. So I'm going to try a 2020 save seed. Six. Another 6. So we've got snap, a normal shelling pea, and then a Monge too. Alright, while these are soaking, let's get busy with the other stuff. So I'm just going to sprinkle sow some leek seeds in these ones. These quite long trays are quite nice. And then I'm just trying to start off 10 lettuces in here. So I'm going to put 2 seeds in each one, and hopefully we'll get germination in each cell. I only actually want to plant 7 at a time because I don't think we eat more than like 1 lettuce a week. So having like 7 in a fortnight is going to be plenty. So let's put some more soil in. Good to get a decent amount of compost in your cells. You can't compress compost after all, so squeeze some in. I do like leaving a little bit of a top for lettuces because this time of year they do come out slightly leggy, and then you can kind of like earth them up inside the module. No need to disturb. So I just like to leave like 5mm to a centimetre at the top, so I've got room to add a little bit more and get a bit more of a sturdier plant. A bit more in there. Although I'm going to cover it with a bit of, Let's take a bit out of there, because I do normally add a little bit at this stage so that they're kind of just a little bit under the ground, because they're quite tiny lettuce seeds, so let's take a bit out. I'll add that at the end of the day. Just little things that evolve in the method, because this is my 3rd year growing. First year was a bit of a, God, I don't know what I'm doing. Last year, I was still getting things ready, but I did the whole grow a whole bed of something, have 1,000 broccoli in like a week, and then like nothing for the rest of the year. So this year, the MO is succession sowing. Alright, so let's get some water on these. Let's tidy it up first. It's always good to tidy it up. So let's get the pea trays back. Pat them down. Nice moist compost. Not soaking, just moist, but it's a good time to get a good volume of water in, because once the seeds are in, you don't want to be flooding it out too much. Let's get that squeezed down. Okay, for my first batch, I've got a gutter labelled A and B, so I'm going to call this one C. And then this one we'll just know it as end caps. Take a Sharpie and you want to put in a hole. So we'll do 5 for this little one. Sharpie's a cracking little dibber. Alright, and then I want 12 in here. So I'm going to go for kind of a zigzag pattern to kind of increase the spacing a little bit. Let's start. Two, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I've done them a bit close together. I'll do. Let's do these a little bit wider. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'll put the munch too. This little one here. So just drop them in the holes. Never know whether or not I should soak them for a little bit longer. It's probably had about 10 minutes. Alright, so that's the same munch 2 from 2020. And then we'll have Champion of England in here. There we go. And here we have purple snap peas. Okay. So that's all that. Then I'm just going to cover them up with a little bit more. Okay. They're all ready to go. So I'll pop that in there. Get rid of these. Actually, nice not on that. Right, so we're going to do the lettuce. So on my last batch I managed to get 10 full cells. I think I transplanted 2 double germinations over, which is pretty good. That's why you kind of put a couple of seeds in extra. I'm being really stingy. I'm only putting 2 in each module. And because they're tiny, I like to tip a few out on a plate. Just pop 2 in at a time. It is hard to keep track of where you're up to. You look down and do a bit of counting to 2, and I've forgotten what cell I'm up to. Yeah, it's quite an interesting pack, this one. The Morton's blurb. Lettuces can be an incredible mix of lettuces from salad breeders Frank and Karen. Seeds from all the latest breeding projects. A huge diversity of colours, shapes, not yet available individually. Not tiny for my big sausage fingers. Oh, there we go. So that's 20 seeds, 10 modules, and put all the rest back for another day. And a bit of soil just to cover those up. But like I say, I want a little bit of earthing up space. And squidging down. Very shallow lettuce seeds on the depth. Do-do-do. Squidgy squidge. Okay, that's 10 lettuce ready to go. Lastly, I'm going to start some leeks off. To be fair, don't really know what I'm doing with leeks. Leeks are kind of like, I'm going to fill up space that kind of for autumn. But apparently it's a good time to plant leeks. But it seems a bit early for when I want them to go in. But let's get some started, and I can always start some more later on. These are too young. So same deal. What we got? Peas. Leeks. So these are blue de Solares hardy leeks. A very hardy French leek variety with blue leaves, turn more violet after frost. Sweet flavour. It's one of the very cold resistant and overwinters well. This is what I want. Kind of want to put about 50 in each strip. So that's 10. Alright, I reckon that's enough for one strip. Let's get these in the palm of my hand so I can handle them. Guess these are very much like the rest of the allium family. We've just sprinkle them in and wait and see. So I'm going to have like a leek seed bed, or at least to like keep them in place until I want them. And then I'm going to dig in some deep holes, then stick them in and just let the nature fill them back in. I've got hold my hand like that. It is empty. So we'll just get another 50 out. Just sprinkle them across. I'm just going to cover them with a bit more compost too. It's a lot easier just to, if something wants to be sown at a short depth, it's a lot easier just to add that layer on afterwards and try and bury them a centimetre down. Okay, so that's everything that I am sowing in the middle of March. Next sowing will be in 2 weeks' time, and we'll start with the early April stuff. Alright? Let's have a look outside of the stuff that I sowed 2 weeks ago. It's graduated from my nursery upstairs and it's gone into the tiny tent in the backyard. So let's have a look. So these were all sown 2 weeks ago, and the peas nearly look ready to go out, but the lettuces need a few more days just to get a few more leaves on. And I've put out a couple of the artichokes. I'm leaving 3 upstairs and having 3 here just to clear up a bit of space. And then down here we have the onions. One was sown at the beginning of February and one of them the middle of February. And I'm just wondering if there's enough light in here because it is a bit shaded in my backyard. But we'll see how it goes. Let's have a little closer look at some of those lettuces. So they're the lovely lettuces. So they're a mixed bag, so you'll get lots of different types, which should be interesting. Here are the artichokes, which are doing really nice. It's quite interesting to start these from seeds because most people divide an already established plant. So I'll have unique artichokes. And here's some of the peas. Peas are gorgeous to grow, they're so easy. And I love them for being easy. And the onions, these are going to get in the ground soon. By the end of the month I'll be planting these out. So 2 weeks in there to harden them off, and then straight into the soil and see how multi-sown onions turn out. Alright, I think that's it for today. Ta-ra for now.